everyone, it's Sarah here with the Montana Science Center, and you are watching this video because you have received a Happy Hearts STEAM kit, and I'm going to be helping you walk through some of these activities in case you had any questions on the activities, on how to participate in them, or if you wanted to do these activities alongside of the video, that is okay too. So to get started, I'm going to begin with the first activity in the booklet, which is called Your Heart is in the Right Place. So I have a workstation over here on this black tray, and I'm going to be doing this activity on this tray as my workstation with you all. So what we will be needing for this first activity is the heart coloring page, one of the two Ziploc bags in your box, your glue dots, the red and blue pipe cleaner, the red and blue straw, and your pack of crayons. You will need to provide a pair of scissors from home for this activity as well. So to get started, we are going to begin by coloring in this heart coloring page. And you'll notice on the coloring page there are more directions on how to color it in as well. So I'm going to grab my red crayon out of my set of crayons and my blue crayon out of my set of crayons. So on the coloring page it says, under Color Me, the areas of the heart with more oxygen are labeled with an R. Color these areas red. So I'm going to begin with that. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to color all of the areas with less oxygen that are labeled B, blue. Alrighty, so that is all complete. This is what mine looks like now that that is all complete. Moving on to the next step, I'm going to grab my plastic bag and place this coloring sheet inside of the plastic bag. This is going to be our model of the heart for this activity. And it should be a perfect fit. All right, I'm not going to seal that shut at the top just yet. Rather, I'm going to now use my red and blue pipe cleaners and my scissors, and I'm going to cut these in varying lengths to place on top of this plastic bag. The blue pipe cleaner is going to represent our cardiac veins, and the red pipe cleaner is going to represent our coronary arteries. All right, so there is that. I'm going to use the glue dots to secure both the cardiac veins and the coronary arteries to the bag, and you can place these over top of the bag. So I'm going to start here, and I'll cut a piece a little bit smaller to go over this blue section. And the glue dot is very sticky, so we'll stick one side of it to the bag and the other part will adhere the pipe cleaner down. All right, so that's what my portion looks like on my bag so far. Yours can always look a little different. You can bend the pipe cleaners, cut them different lengths. I'm just going to repeat the same process with the red pieces of pipe cleaner that represent the coronary arteries. Alright, so now that I have finished cutting my pipe cleaners, bending them, and then placing them onto my heart diagram, this is what mine looks like. Of course, yours can always look a little different depending on how you've cut and bent your pipe cleaners. So with that being said, let's move on to the next step. So you should have at this point a blue and a red straw that you have taken out of your kit. You'll notice that the blue straw is just slightly bigger, so I'm just going to cut them to be the same length with my scissors. just so that they're going to fit a little bit better. Now, with that being said, I'm going to place my red straw into the bag on the right side of the bag where there is more red, and then I'm going to place my blue straw on the side of the bag where there is more blue. And I'm going to carefully seal this bag. There we go. Okay, so now that the bag is sealed, and we know that the blue pieces represent the areas of the heart with less oxygen, and the blue pipe cleaners represent the cardiac veins, and we know that the red pieces of this diagram represent the areas of the heart with more oxygen and represent the coronary arteries, we can go ahead and practice beating this heart or pumping our heart up. And so to do that, you can choose which side you would like to inflate the heart, and then just blow into the straw. And there you have it. That is your first activity. All right, for our second activity, Pump It Up, you will need the following materials: 2 cups, both Benji straws, your red food coloring in this small cup, 2 red balloons, they do contain latex, your small plastic bag with rubber bands and toothpicks, a pipette, a pair of scissors that you provide at home, and optional some tape that you provide from at home as well. I also have my kit booklet here just to reference as we're walking through this activity together. You'll also be needing water just from your tap is great, and we have filled this cup halfway full with water. So that's our first step, is just filling one of the 2 cups halfway full with water. And this activity can get a little messy, so if you want to put down some newspaper or put it over a tray like I'm using, or a tote just to help contain the mess, that's a great option. I'm going to slowly open this container of red food coloring so I don't make a big mess. I'm going to pour it into the water. All right, and I'm just going to use the bottom of my pipette to stir that watercolor into, or food coloring rather, stir the food coloring into the water. And when it looks like it's fully incorporated, I'll place my pipette aside. Next, we're going to take one of the balloons. We should only be needing one of the balloons. We have an extra just in case though. And I'm going to cut the neck part off of the balloon. So I'm just going to make us a cut right here so that this flat, long rectangular piece right here is detached from the ball portion of the balloon. And I'm going to save the neck of the balloon because I will need that later. All right, so we have this balloon placed over our cup. Inside we have the water and the food coloring that we've mixed up. This is going to represent our blood. And next I have removed one of the rubber bands out of this bag that came in your kit, and I'm going to just gently place it over the edge of the balloon, just as an added little bit of reinforcement. All right, next I'm going to take one of the toothpicks out of the bag. You have 3, so feel free to use whichever one you'd like. And I'm just going to make a small hole in the balloon. And you want the holes to be as small as possible to begin with. You can always make them larger. And I'm going to make a second hole about 1 inch away from the first hole. All right, once you have punctured holes into the top of your container, you might need to make it a little bit bigger using the toothpick. You are going to insert both straws into the holes. Once both of your straws are inserted, make sure the bendy part of the straw is upwards. And we're going to make sure our empty cup is close by. All right, now we are also going to tape the neck of one of the balloons that you have cut to one of the straws, and it doesn't matter which straw at this point. All right, so I'm going to just move my cup so that the empty cup is next to the straw without this balloon covering on it. I'm going to add a little bit more tape as well, just in case. All right, next we are going to use this heart pump model. And to do so, we're going to gently press right in between both of the straws, and we're gonna watch what happens. It might also be helpful to have a parent or a friend help to catch the blood with this empty cup as well. So, as we press, you'll notice that blood is flowing up through the straws and into the cup, just like a pump or your heart would do. All right, for our third activity, we are going to be talking about the different components in our blood. So for this activity, you'll be needing the flared cup, the container of mini marshmallows, the container of red candies, and the container of corn syrup that's also in a bag. So to begin, I'm going to take the container of corn syrup out of the bag, and the bag just reinforced in case there was any leakage, that it didn't get your entire kit sticky. So I'm going to carefully open, it might be a little stuck, corn syrup is quite sticky. I'm just gonna open this container and carefully pour it into this tall cup here. And as I pour this, I will make mention that the corn syrup in this activity is going to be representative of the plasma in our blood. So this makes up about 55% of our blood by volume. All right, so now that our plasma is in this cup, we are going to open the container of red candies, and you'll also notice dispersed throughout this small container, there should be a few white candies or sprinkles, and we're going to pour this entire container into the cup as well. So these red candies are representative of our red blood cells, which are about 45% of our blood volume by mass, and these white candies are representative of our platelets, which are less than 1% of our blood. And finally, we are going to add our marshmallows. These are representative of our white blood cells. And so as we look at this, you'll be able to see that there's quite a few different components of our blood in each drop of our blood. So if we were going to look at a drop of blood under a microscope, this is the different ratios of components of our blood that we would see. So we would see plasma is the most, with red blood cells being the second, and then platelets and white blood cells obviously being the last. For our final activity, we are going to be measuring our own pulse using two very simple components of our kit. So you'll be needing the blue Play-Doh in your cup and one of your toothpicks. I also have my kit booklet out as well, just to reference for instructions. So to begin, open your Play-Doh and grab a small section of your Play-Doh, maybe like a 1 inch by 1 inch square, and mold that. You can even make it a little smaller. I think I'm doing mine more like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. You can just mold it into a square, and when that square looks like it's done, go ahead and place your toothpick in the middle of it. So it should look like that. You can place the rest of your Play-Doh aside and maybe invent something with that later. And next, turn over one of your hands so your wrist is facing out or up, and you're going to use two of your fingers. It's important that you do not use your thumb. Your fingers will give a more accurate read to find your radial pulse. So to do that, if you move your wrist up, you'll notice a pretty strong piece of ligament or tendon in your wrist, And if you go slightly to the right of that and place 2 fingers down, you should be able to feel your pulse. Once you've found it, go ahead and place your Play-Doh and toothpick directly on top of it. And for this next part, you'll have to remain super still so that the only movement coming from the toothpick is not from you moving your arm or your wrist around, but just from your pulse.